how Chad I look on cam, standing. You only see my face. I'm just like standing like this. Wearing my now racist shirt. Rebel Pride. That's an inside joke. Today, that's a good way to start a podcast. Nobody's ever seen this before. Anyway, to give you a little background, I talked about this in one of my podcasts. My school changed their, my old high school changed their mascot. It used to be the Rebels. They changed the Red Hawks because the Rebels they consider racist. So now it's just I have my old Rebel Pride shirt. But anyways, I'm gonna be talking about my movie collection. It's where you don't really see my face when I'm talking. I'm gonna be going through my movie collection as of 2018. Um, then after this video, the next video, the next podcast is gonna be similar to this. Is Los's game collection. Go through
Yeah.
that. So this is just a back and forth. We might talk about whatever. I'm talking like I'm Eminem or something. This hand thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not fucking. I'm not. I'm not a cracker. Anyways, let's go through the movies. Just the movies. There's other shit in here. We're not gonna talk about the other shit. It's not the movies. I can go on all day about the movies. So, starring just whatever I see first. I got this, this is rare. A film, an actual film of Zippy the Chimp birthday party. It's a kid's. I found this and I got it because it's a film. And it's very rare you see those in public. You're not thrift stores. It's pretty rare, especially around here. And I have a film projector, but the film projector is all screwed up. So you can only see like stills. You can't actually like, watch the movie. The film's fine, but my projector is not. Uh, well, monkeys. 12 monkeys. Why 12 monkeys? Why is it only 12? Actually, you know what's weird? They're both right next to each other. They're all monkeys. I don't know why. It's kind of coincidence. This is a good movie by Terry Gilliam starring Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt. It's about Bruce Willis. Um, he's from the future, kind of. Well, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like the apocalypse, kind of. This virus outbreak came out, and he has to go back in the past to like find a cure and all that shit, trying to stop it from happening. And Brad Pitt's he's the guy that like starts the virus and shit, and he's like a crazy dude. Yeah, it's interesting movie. Abbott Costello meet Frankenstein. Ancient Hood. Similar to Johnny Quest, like I was talking about the end of my last podcast. Abbott Costello meet Frankenstein. It's a hood classic, but it's an ancient hood classic.
Ancient Hood classic.
So anything before the 70s.
Wow.
It's an ancient hood classic.
It's like dust.
This is a certified ancient hood classic. Because I grew up watching this movie. Doesn't hold up. It's a good kids movie, I guess, but it's not a kind of ass, as in comedy wise. It's kind of lame. It's Alec Costello, like old two comedians, similar to Laurel Hardy. Their humor is like it's kind of slapstick, like the Three Stooges. So they came out around that era, and so. And I'm not a fan of old comedy like that. I'm just not. I'm not. I can't get into it. I just don't like slapstick humor, stuff like that in general. So, um, yeah, it's about Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, and the whole favorite. It's called Alice Only Frankenstein, but the other well, they meet. I think the daughter's like the daughter of Doctor Frankenstein or something. So I guess they meet Frankenstein. But yeah, it's kind of it's an okay movie, I guess. I don't know. And then we got the Austin Powers movies. These are hood classics. Not ancient, but hood. Uh, uh, um, these are good movies. My favorite is Spy Who Shagged Me. Uh, that's my favorite. And um, Gold Member is like my second. First is International Man of Mystery. I everybody knows about these movies. I don't know. I got there's some of these I could talk about, but I don't have much to say. It's like movies that everybody knows, so I'm just gonna say I have it, but not really talk about it. You know, it's like movies
Yeah.
everybody knows. But I got like the Avengers first one. Um, I got Beavis and Butthead Volume 4. This is the last season that came out with Beavis and Butthead. This is really good. It's actually the best season in my opinion. Which is weird because usually a TV show comebacks are really not that good. But actually, it's very similar to the last Samurai Jack season, where yeah, like the comeback is actually like the best season in my opinion. So, um, yeah, it's really funny. I'm talking quiet now, kinda, because people are sleeping. So, um, Brazil, um, Criterion Collection. This movie is really good, and it's really hard to describe. I'm gonna try to describe it. So, say it's the future, and there's this guy who that keeps having these dreams of this like that he's an angel and all this shit, and he keeps seeing this girl in his dreams, and he actually meets her in real life, and uh, yeah, and I don't really want to talk about anything else. I would talk about something else, but it would just spoil the whole movie. Everybody out there just has to watch it. They have to watch it. Uh, yeah, you just have to watch it. It's one of those movies you have to watch before you die. Kind of thing. And then, Cowboy Bebop, Cowboy Bebop, the complete series. Doesn't come with the movie. You know what irritates me? It doesn't come with the movie. It's that separate.
Hmm.
It'd been cool if it just came with the movie, but they have to make their money somehow. So, what do you have to say about? I've talked about Cowboy Bebop a lot. You know what it is. I don't know. Creature from the Black Lagoon on Blu-ray. It actually came with 3D glasses. Huh? Yeah, yeah, I took them out. This came with 3D glasses, but they're pointless because you have to have a 3D TV to even watch it. They should have just had the classic 3D because that's what the movie came out under, the classic 3D glasses. It's actually one of the first 3D movies ever made. I've never seen it. Remember when 3D was a thing? I mean, they still don't have 3D movies on the theater, I guess. But like nobody brags about it anymore. I've seen 3D movie in the theater and it's fucking obnoxious. Like the newer 3D, like the real 3D or whatever. It's Bram Stoker's Dracula. I love this movie. Some people, not all, there's a few people that love shitting on it because they think he's goofy looking. It's actually the Simpsons episode, Treehouse of Horror. Mr. Burns is Dracula. So is
Mm.
parodying. I think this is a good movie. It's like it's the closest to the book. I've actually read the book and have enjoyed it. And this is the closest, obviously, because it's called Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's the closest to the book. Funny enough, they made Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which I thought was an ass movie. Even considering the book was ass, in my opinion. So it wasn't a fucking surprise, you know. Yeah, a surprise. I haven't watched this. I was actually given this. This just has a bunch of drive-in movie trailers. I need to put it on. I think there's some titties on it. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I'll see. I'll do some research later today. Evil Dead on Blu-ray and Army of Darkness on Blu-ray. Good movies. What to say? Monty Python, The Meaning of Life on Blu-ray. Not the best Monty Python movie, but a good one. What's wrong with Blu-rays? Did you know that they're Matt Groening's coming out with a new show?
What?
He's coming out with a new cartoon. Matt Groening, Simpsons Futurama dude. He's coming out with a new cartoon on Netflix.
Oh, cool.
That same style and humor. The humor it looks more like Futurama and stuff. I don't know. It's like fantasy based. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. It might be.
Yeah.
Most likely, probably be good because it's like has a lot of the same Futurama voice actors and stuff. So it should be like Futurama. It probably be, and Eric Andre is on it. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it should be pretty good. I don't remember what it's called. It's like a fantasy. Actually, I didn't say what these were. I got Into the Wild Green Yonder and Ender's Game. I have a funny story about this one in particular. I have to tell a little story. One time, me, my sister, and her boyfriend a long time ago. This was like 8 years ago, maybe 7, something like that. We put this on, not this Blu-ray, but it was on like DVD or something a long time ago. We put this on. We had it on pause because we went to the store, and we like after that we played like a board game or some shit, and we completely forgot that this was still on pause. It was just on in the background for like hours and hours, just on pause. But our DVD player is really weird because some DVD players, the screen would just go black and have the DVD logo thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes but it didn't do that. It would actually have it on pause. And it was funny. It was like a weird pause. Like there's these kid version of characters themselves and like doing a weird like goofy face. It was just always on that fucking weird shot. Like the longest, I don't know. It was pretty funny. Kind of a, it's a nostalgic story. It's a cool story. Godzilla versus the sea monster, and then Godzilla versus the smog monster. I haven't seen the Swan Monster one, I don't think. Sea Monster one is kind of lame. Mothra's in it. I like Godzilla movies. In an ironic way? In an ironic way. Ironic. I unironically kind of, but I ironically know they're not good movies. I don't know. But I like them. God, King Kong versus Godzilla, and King Kong escapes. Now, they're gonna make this into a newer movie. Uh, it should be good. You know, I saw a little bit of the last King Kong. It was actually good. It was good, surprisingly. And then the fucking Sam Jackson in it. I mean, Sam Jackson was great. Uh, King Kong. This one's okay. It's kind of cool seeing them together. This one's ass. What is this shit? Just look at it. Like this is. Look at these niggas. These niggas. Sorry. You can't call. You can't call. Apes niggas. That's how Roseanne got in trouble. Yeah. While I'm wearing my Rebel Pride shirt, it's not racist. It's just I got it from the school. Okay, my high school. It's past. Moving on. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. This is fucking stupid. Okay, this is a good movie, but this movie is shorter than the TV episodes. Okay, no sense. Because an average episode is an hour and a half long. This is like an hour and like 15 minutes. So lame. It's a good movie. It's a funny movie. But it's shorter than that TV episodes. The Prestige. This is a good movie, but forgettable. That's a way to put it. It's about like some magicians and some shit. I have what's it called? Return of the Living Dead. I have that movie. They have a classic, Space Jam.
Nice.
I love this movie. I've talked about this a lot. Everybody has seen Space Jam. Hood classic. Everybody agrees it's a hood classic across the board. No disagreements.
It's a hood classic.
Tales from the Crypt, the movie on Blu-ray, not the show. I got Thor. I got the Tron movies. I got Black Christmas. I got Chainsaw Massacre, the original and the second one. I got The Thing. I got True Romance. I got The Wolfman remake. Which is okay movie. It's not like that. It's not a movie you really put on and watch it in. It's one of those watch once movie kind of things. And I got V for Vendetta, the movie that's responsible for Anonymous existing. I got this. 1001 commercials. It's a compilation of old commercials. It's interesting. A lot of them are lame, but it's interesting. The Cure on DVD for some reason. Got the Haunted World of Edward D. Jr., which is a documentary on Edmund. Everybody else Leonard Glenda. This is like essential of the bad movies. You know, there's this, there's The Room, there's Food Fight, there's Birdemic, there's Troll 2. Leonard Glenda is like one of the essentials. I think people want to say Plan 9 as a, this movie is usually missed too, but people say Plan 9. Plan 9 is a bad, laughably bad movie, but it's not that laughably bad. This is a what the fuck movie. So pretty much it's about, I'm going to try to describe the plot. It's about not a transgender, but essentially a trap. It's about a trap, pretty much. And a trap, so it follows the daily life of a trap, pretty much. And but Bela Lugosi played Dracula in the old Dracula movies is in it. He's the puppet master, and he's like God in the movie, and he's telling the story about this trap and about the trap, day in life and shit. It's fucking weird. It's a weird movie. It's pretty bad. It's really bad. Yeah. I got The Adventures of Barry Winchester. I got Blade Runner. I got Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I got Dark City. I got the Doom TV series, which is missing a disc. I got some Doctor Who DVD. It's the Mind Robber episode. I fell asleep watching it once. It's only Doctor Who DVD. I got E.T. with fun fact. This DVD is the subject of my first video on this channel. Very first one. If you go to it, it's about this DVD. Hold on. It's about this disc in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it's not good. You can't really see it. There it is. What the fuck is this? It's like so bad. It's not even cool. It's just bad. This is the special edition. Some of the Star special edition. This is the version where they take out the guns and replace it with walkie-talkies. We're just on there, I believe. This compilation, which is it's like Fox these things, like a compilation, but it has Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Pretty much they made this as movies that nobody buys, and they put it on a box set thing. This is Battle for the Planet of the Apes, which is like the 5th movie. It's okay. It's a watchable. David Anderson Still, which I always have in the background. It's a poster that's only behind. It's a cool poster. The Neptune Factor. It's like a sea travel movie. It's kind of like the Poseidon Adventure, which they made a shit ton of versions of that movie. About Poseidon flipped upside down. Shit that flipped upside down. Gorilla Interrupted, very rare. Made by Red Letter Media. The first movie they made together. Watch it. Watch it. Got The Invisible Man. Legacy Collection. These Legacy Collection DVDs are my most prized possession in my room. I'll leave it there. Besides my PS2. I have a PS2. This one has the original, Invisible Man Returns, Invisible Woman, Invisible Agent, Invisible Man's Revenge. My favorite out of these is the original Invisible Man. The one I don't recommend is the Invisible. Well, my least recommended is the Invisible Woman. It's not a bad movie. It's like a comedy. It's not a bad movie. It's a watchable movie, but it's least recommended. Not because it's a woman, but it's just these ones are much more interesting movies. Legend. I got the OG Lost World movie. OG. OG from the 1920s with dinosaurs, stop motion dinosaurs. I have Predator. I have the Star Wars movies, 1 through 6. Um, got Time Bandits, underrated of a classic. Days. I got Bela Lugosi meets Brooklyn Glit. Bela Lugosi meets the Brooklyn Gorilla. Ass. The movie is ass. Garbage. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not funny. Don't even watch it. It's not even worth just to check it. Christmas Story, the movie that every white person likes. I said that in one of my last podcasts. Detroit Rock City. This is very rare. Dumbland. This looks homemade. This is like a homemade DVD. And this is made by David Lynch. And it's this animated series he did. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's worth it. Here in Las Vegas and Criterion. Monty Python movies, The Rest, Holy Grail, Life of Brian, and now for something completely different. Great movies. Monty Python, Holy Grail might be my favorite movie of all time. The OG Avengers, the Avengers cartoons. OG Batman serials from the 40s. Batman vs. Dracula. Cartoon. It's kind of lame. I got a DVD that has Batman, um, Mask of the Phantasm, and Sub-Zero. Phantasm is pretty good. Sub-Zero is okay. It's alright. The Batman 90s animated series is go. Ride of the Monster, another everyone movie. I have the poster in that movie as well. Bubba Hotep, which is about Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead plays Elvis. Elvis is still alive, and he lives in a nursing home. And there's this mummy curse in the nursing home, so he has to fight a mummy. Pretty interesting movie. Um, yeah, Child's Play movies. Only have to see Chucky. City of the Dead. I've seen that once. What is that? Oh yeah, it's the Witch movie. Yeah. I've seen it. It's alright. Got the Creature from the Lagoon Collection, which has Creature, Revenge of the Creature, Creature Walks Among Us. Uh, they're all kind of equally good. Um, we got the Doctor Strange OG cartoon. Got Dog Soldiers. I got the Dracula Legacy Collection. This has the original Dracula, Dracula's Daughters, Son of Dracula, Spanish Dracula, and House of Dracula. Um, I My favorite is the original Dracula. People say the Spanish one is better, so it's really weird. It's not like dubbed or anything. They actually got new actors to speak Spanish lines, and I actually like the original better, not because it's in English. I think people will say like the Spanish just to seem cool. Yeah, I like the Spanish version. I think the actor that plays Dracula is kind of like lame. I think the English one has better acting. You can tell they filmed the Spanish one like the last minute. I get that impression. People just like it because they seem cool. My least favorite is Son of Dracula. That's my least favorite. Dracula's Daughter is actually a pretty good one. Son of Dracula is just lame. They got Evil Dead 2 on DVD but not on Blu-ray, which is funny because that's my favorite of the Evil Dead movies. Feeding Frenzy, which is made by Red Media as well. Very rare. It's their rubber puppet monster movie. Got another Fox thing. This one's like horror based. Alligator People, which is an ass movie. Kind of Caligari. Not Dr. Caligari. Caligari. That one's lame. The Fly, which is kind of lame. Not the 80s Fly, but the 60s one. House of the Damned, which is really lame. So this is actually a really lame box set. So, like, a lot of these movies are lame. Got the Frankenstein Legacy Collection. This has the original, Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, House of Frankenstein. Uh, I've seen these so many fucking times. Okay, my favorite Son of Frankenstein. My least favorite is Ghost of Frankenstein. It is so retarded. Okay, get this. Igor and the monster's brain, they switch their brains together. And all of a sudden, Frankenstein's monster talks, and he has Igor's voice. Retarded. 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 Oh. Got this Hammer collection. This one has Two Faces or Dr. Jekyll. I've never seen that one. Scream of What Fear, never seen it. The only one I've seen on here is Curse of the Mummies 2, which is pretty lame. And then the Gorgon. I don't know what that is. I don't know. And I got another one. This one, Rise of Dracula, which is a sequel to Horror of Dracula. With a different dude. It's not Dracula, it's a completely different vampire, but it's a sequel. Curse of the Werewolf. It's actually a really good movie. I think it's really underrated. I think it's a good movie. Family opera, Hammer, Paranoid, which I actually think is the best movie out here. That's a really good movie. Uh, it's very Alfred Hitchcock. It's like a total Hitchcock movie. It has like the feel and everything. Kiss of the Vampire, which is Nightmare. I think it has zombies in it. No, night creatures are zombies. Um, Nightmare. I don't really remember what that is. Evil Frankenstein, which is not a bad movie, but the monsters are really like lame looking. One of the worst Frankenstein monsters. the Mummy Legacy Collection. This has the original Mummy, Mummy's Hand, Mummy's Tomb, Mummy's Ghost, Mummy's Curse. I don't care for these movies really. My favorite is actually Mummy's Hand. It's the one that had the most entertainment value. I don't really care for the original OG Mummy movie. Um, the worst one's probably like Mummy's Curse on here. Man. The Hammer. I got the Hammer Mummy movie. I don't have the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie, which is I got Nine of the Ghouls by one. Got Night of the Living Dead by George Romero. Got the Old Dark House. Got the Psycho sequels, but not the actual first one. I know. I think the sequels are good. Got the Tremors movies, they're all of them because they came out with like one or two more. Um, the Hammer Horror, which I just talked about. Another one, which I talked about in my last podcast. Got this Terror Horror one, which has Freaks, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, House of Wax, and Halloween. My favorite on here is definitely Freaks. Uh, great movie. It's not even a horror movie. It's a drama movie, but the ending's horror movie. Yes, that's my time here. My least favorite movie on here is The Haunting. Lame. Yeah, people praise this, but shit on Blair Witch. Okay, because they're both very similar movies. You don't see the thing, but it's like a psychological thriller movie, that's what they call it. I think but the Blair Witch actually is like creepy because it's in the woods, it's on a video camera. It feels realistic, sort of, in a way. Like, have you been in the woods at night? No, that shit, it has that feeling. It captures that feeling. This, being alone in a house, this is, meh, it's mean. Dinosaur, the CGI dinosaur movie, at Disney. Got the Goosebumps. Hood classics. Hood classics. You got Deep Trouble, Chocolate Shop Street, the one with the pig face girl, the slappy ones, Dead House, Right the Cat. I got My Shrunken Head, Scary House, The Ghost Next Door, Hood classics. We got Johnny Quest. We talked about that. Monster Party, Ancient Hood classic, Rankin Bass movie, the best one. Monster House, Hood classic. Recess School's Out, the Space Jam, Recess School's Out, Good Burger, right? The trinity of Hood classics. The holy trinity of Hood classics. Got the Chained. Got the Man with No Name movies. Got this concept movie. It's giant monsters attack. Uh, yeah, that's the one I got. Got the Great Escape. Hardware Wars, the first Star Wars parody ever made. The Hellboy cartoons. Got Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the original BBC series. And I got, this is one of my other Pride editions. Um, this is like silent movies, silent horror movies. You got Count of Dr. Caligari, Gollum, Nosferatu, Phantom of the Opera. Look at this. This looks like a band photo. Yeah, just chilling. You got the lead singer. You got this is like the drummer. He's all serious. He's like the edgy drummer, like in Blink 182. You got the guitarist. And this is like the bass player, or like the keyboardist or some shit. Uh, yeah. The best one on here is Nosferatu. Remember that SpongeBob episode? Nosferatu.
Yeah.
The light plates. Nosferatu. You know, shit. The hack slinging slasher. My least favorite on here is a Golem. Not because it involves Jews, but it it's good. It's good, but it's not the best. Definitely not comparing to Count Dr. Caligari and the Opera match. I got the Wolfman Legacy Collection. So the original Wolfman, Earl of London, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, and She Wolf of London. My favorite is maybe Werewolf of London. My least favorite is She Wolf of London. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Lame. Lame. You don't even see her werewolf outfit. You only see her as a werewolf. She just has a hood on. Some hairy hands. That's it. You only see her face. Lame. Fuck out of here with that shit. I got Iron Giant. I got Bad Taste. I do have bad taste in movies. Haha. Jesse James his daughter, which is a lame fucking movie. It's like, it's bad. Plan 9 from Outer Space. I got other Hammer Dracula movies. Uh, Dracula's horror Dracula. Dracula's Risen from the Grave. Taste of Blood Dracula, where the guy drinks Dracula's blood and he turns into Dracula. Dracula AD 1972, where Dracula gets resurrected in the 70s, and he's like turning hippies into vampires and shit. Great movie. I have to watch it. That's one that's like worth doing a commentary video on. It's worth it. Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter. Tales from the Crypt, and Vault of Horror combo. Godzilla was hiding. Godzilla and Walter Island. Wait, there's two movies on here? No shit. On Monster Island and Godzilla vs. Gigan? Or is it the original title? I'm not sure. Everyone's crime movie Jailbait. It is a 2000 hood classic. Justice League Season 1 and Justice League Unlimited Season 2. Very random. I have those in all. Lord of the Rings. Extended cuts. Mickey Mouse. Some old 30s Mickey Mouse cartoon collection. Got some Mystery Science Theater. Pinocchio. Raising Arizona. Got all the Red Dwarfs except for the last 2 seasons, which I didn't care for. Repo Man. Normal Cop. Samurai Jack. Silver Season 5. The OG Clone Wars cartoon. Oh, I didn't talk about that in the podcast. Do you know they're bringing back Clone Wars?
I heard a little bit of it.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't really care, honestly.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not a fan. I got Sword in the Stone, which is a very underrated Disney movie. The 2001 Time Machine movie is bad. And I got a Turner Sci-Fi Club. I'm not trying to make any noise, by the way. This has 2001 for Planet, so Time Machine. Favorite, of course, is 2001 Space Odyssey. I think is the best movie ever made. Least favorite is Soylent Green. The girl is really hot, but the movie is just lame. People like making fun of it. Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka was a child murderer. I got The Yellow Beard, Frankenstein, Alger on Video, Dark Star, movie Demons and the Ghoul, Redneck Zombies, the 90s Star Wars Special Edition VHS, Superman 1 and 4, and Elephant Man. That's pretty much my movie collection.
Nice.
That's an awkward bow. Yeah. That's my good video on my movie collection. And we'll be back another podcast with Los's game collection.
Yeah.
Stop broadcast.
Stop podcast.